Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
This is great. Round
You
two.
just keep chicken miles ahead. That's not even my religion.
That is incredibly inappropriate.
Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, Chazz, bring us in.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Welcome.
Hello.
It's another,
Another
dabbing turkey, man.
dabbing turkey. It matches his shirt.
Matches his shirt. I guess it had to be announced, or else
Must have been announced.
must have been announced. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We got a Thanksgiving picnic going on. Let's start this up, boys. Who are you?
Let's do it. I'm Danny. Hey.
I'm Dab Man Ray, the turkey dab.
Chazz, a.k.a. Turkey TC.
That's enough of you. I'm Antonio. Let's start this picnic. Well, happy Thanksgiving. Well, it's the day before Thanksgiving is coming out, so everyone.
Skanksgiving is it's for
Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh, that's right. Thanksgiving Eve, one of the biggest party days. We have nothing planned for that. No idea what we're doing. Probably have bash giving. You know, everyone has a Thanksgiving with their friends. Ours is bash giving. Our turkey is a nice whole bottle of wild turkey.
Shout out to Punisher 2004.
True.
True.
Punisher
Absolutely
drink.
true. But yeah.
Why is it so people?
Skanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. It's the same thing with like what you doing for Halloween. Like what are we doing for Thanksgiving Eve? Not as big because it doesn't exist. Actually, it's just an Eve. Yeah. Like Christmas Eve is still like even that's a made up thing we did. Really, it's not a thing.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure Thanksgiving Eve is like one of the craziest party nights of the year.
It's definitely
it?
just as
Yeah.
big as Halloween in terms of going out.
No, it's
so.
definitely bigger. I think it's bigger. Or like New Year. What? How would you rank it? You think
Oh
New
my
Year's
God.
number one?
New Year's.
New Year's
New Year's
definitely
has to be number
But then
one.
what's
Absolutely.
two?
Well, the reason most people consider Thanksgiving
Patrick's
Eve number
Day.
one is because colleges are off, and so everybody comes home for Thanksgiving, so it's all congregated. So it's not necessarily which party night is actually bigger, but it's all in one place, usually your hometown.
Oh, I guess because you also
okay.
after Thanksgiving you
So
also
like because St. Patrick's Day, New Year's Eve, all those places sometimes there are still parties at colleges. There's very few pre-Thanksgiving
I
parties.
feel like
you know?
we're kind
Okay.
of biased to Thanksgiving Eve because it's our age group and it's so prominent in our age group, but really younger and
Careful with the
older,
brain, Chad.
all of a sudden they just don't give a shit about that holiday, that fake holiday.
I understand what you're saying because like the December, Christmas, and New Year's that holiday break is all one. So everyone's home for a while, but Thanksgiving people are usually home for a few days. Come home,
True.
party it out,
You do
then
And
they
also,
go back.
there's like literally like you can be hungover on Thanksgiving. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but some
That is true.
yeah, but some
That is
people-
true.
It's not like you have to wake up early, and even if you do wake up extremely hungover, the only obligation you have is to eat and watch football, and that's it.
But,
So-
but that's the same as like nobody has anything to do on All Saints Day after Halloween. So like, does it really?
Is All Saints
nobody
Day-
celebrates All Saints Day.
That's not- yeah, but-
No, but you're saying in terms of like, he said you drink so much on Thanksgiving Eve because you don't have nothing to do the next day. It's the same thing with Halloween.
True.
But
It's
didn't
hard to
wasn't
compare.
Thanksgiving this year on a Thursday and everyone had to go to work on Friday?
Thanksgiving is.
I mean Halloween. Halloween.
I was like,
Halloween. Wasn't Halloween also on a Thursday and everyone had work Friday? So that doesn't really
yeah.
match at all.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not like everybody. Oh, it's All Saints Day. So
I'm planning my 4 days.
everybody's off.
Hey, we all went to. You go to Catholic school?
it's All Souls.
Yes,
I
prep.
did.
You went to prep.
I went-
Okay. We all went to Catholic
What is
school.
All Souls Day? The second?
I don't. What
I
do we?
I think
what-
so. I think it is.
I don't even know what that
Let
is.
me bring out my biblical
To be
calendar.
honest, I thought I was confused because I thought All Saints Day was not fuck.
What's happening?
Because
I thought it was November.
You guys
We
6th.
went to
when-
Catholic school for far too long to not know any of the holidays
No,
or what
but
they
I
mean.
Flushed all
That's
the
just the
information
bottom line.
Oh, yeah,
right out.
but
that does not
after
matter.
fucking New Year's is Three Kings Day.
Yeah.
Do you guys know
Fuck
about that?
Yeah, the little Christmas.
Yeah, Little
It's when
Christmas.
so the wise men missed the birth.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about this late in a few weeks, but they just missed the birth.
That's true.
And they came on like January 9th or 12th.
Oh, they missed it by they long shot at that bird.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they gave a baby a bunch of spices. What is he gonna do with that? Either way,
Either way,
you know, Venice
Oh, here we go.
is just flooded.
dude, did you see
Like
the?
4 feet of water
Oh,
in
that's
the place,
deal.
and we were there very recently, but just places that we were just 4 feet of
Did
water.
did you see the video of the tourist with the selfie
selfie
stick
stick?
walking, and then falls because he doesn't realize the river's right there?
It's so inappropriate. Supposedly the city is sinking 2 inches every year. No, a quarter of an inch every
I was
year.
like, that
a
is
quarter of an inch every year.
Either way, still
I'm sure most
quarter of an
places
inch
are
every
sinking
year.
a quarter of an inch every year.
Yeah, but this place is only 2 feet above sea level.
This might as well
Oh.
be. This might as well be. There must be an island that's sinking at sea level. Like, they're
It's
not
just
gonna
gonna stop.
sounds
It's
like
just
a
gonna,
huge issue.
just gonna be ruined. soon. Ruined.
All right. So how do you guys feel about turkey?
Okay.
Oh God, the momentum.
That caught me so off guard.
Caught off the
Because
momentum.
I've been thinking about this for a while. Turkey is the lesser white meat. It just is. Chicken miles ahead.
Well,
Yeah, but
it
chicken-
depends on how you cook
But
it.
every single day is we're gonna eat chicken day. There's one day where we're gonna eat turkey day.
You know what's
and then you go
interest-
back to eating chicken.
But you know
every
what's
day.
interesting? It's like also the people that what we're gonna do with our turkey this year. We're gonna essentially cook this turkey in a explosion.
A garbage can.
A garbage
You're
can.
Garbage can
that
turkey
that
going?
can explode and like a firework and ruin one of us.
If it's
I
your
mean, every
premier,
oil.
if it's your premier holiday meat, it should be able to carry itself. Because people make turdunkins, and that's like turkey stuffed in a thing, stuffed in a thing.
Turkey can carry itself.
I don't think it carries.
It absolutely can.
Yeah, if you get
You
the
just have
dark
to
meat,
have
some
somebody.
gravy, ooh.
You just have to have somebody that's
you're
not
still
incompetent.
adding something. You're adding gravy.
Oh, okay. So
You-
every other
nobody-
meat you
no,
add
so
stuff to
when-
also. What are
when
you
was the last
saying?
time you just ate chicken dry
With nothing.
with nothing?
Not even in a sandwich or anything. Just straight chicken, no
you're
gravy,
attacking
nothing.
turkey for.
No, turkey deserves it. Don't you deserve it.
I don't think.
I just
turkey
think
deserves it.
whoever's cooking your turkey is not cooking it properly.
I mean, one of us
don't-
doesn't
don't
have a
come
turkey
at my
head.
mom
Now
like
it's
I
UI.
think does she inject the turkey? You gotta inject turkey.
If you
Ew.
think my mom's not injecting, if you think my mom's not in that bird, you're dead wrong.
Oh,
Well then I don't know what's happening with you.
You know what's also
Turkey's
weird?
just lesser
they
meat.
they hand you this dead bird with a sack of its organs inside that you just got to pull out.
Giblets.
The giblets. It's a
is
weird.
that the word for
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
It's a weird
What the
name,
hell?
weird bag, weird process.
Yeah, it's the giblets. Right? Yeah,
It's I'm just going with you. I think it's giblets though.
giblets.
No, it's-
Giblets.
Yeah,
giblets.
Jib with a
Giblets.
G.
Yeah, giblets. It's like the
Giblets.
lung and the heart and stuff. They're pretty good.
What do you need? What?
You can eat them.
No, yeah, you can't eat that.
But
There's always like one weird person in the family.
you
who's
always
like,
have-
oh, love Uncle George loves the giblets.
So we have to put it. We have to put it aside for him.
and then there's also the wishbone.
You ever win?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Did the wish come through?
I don't know. I don't remember. Probably not.
One time, I did it with my sister, and my sister it popped so hard that my sister cut her finger, and my dad said that she was gonna now turn into a turkey, and then we heard her crying in the next room to my grandmother, asking my grandmother if she was gonna turn into a turkey.
That's just,
Got
kids
her
are so
again.
gullible. You ever think that there's gonna be a fruit growing inside of you?
Like a watermelon
Like
seed.
if you eat the seeds. By the way, eating the seeds not dangerous at all.
Yeah, it's just okay. It's just something they say to upset people.
It's just kind of a choking hazard for children. But either way, it's still just swallow them instead of thinking that there's going to be a tree growing inside of me.
Well, I think
You're still a kid,
I think it's
though.
because it was a choking hazard, and they try to scare usually pieces of things that kids could choke on away from kids.
I knew kids who were like, "Fuck yeah," and specifically ate seeds just because like I want to be a tree man.
Oh,
I think that's just Darwinism at that point.
you can be whatever you want when you're 6 or 7 years old. No one can tell you what to do.
True.
true. Some people out here trying to be dinosaurs. Can't be dinosaurs.
Have you guys heard of this this invention called the daddle?
The daddle.
It's a saddle for dads that you put on your papa, and then you ride him. It's a daddle.
Like a
This is a
backpack
sex
that you put your
thing?
kids in?
It should be a sex
I thought
thing.
it was going a sex route for a
No,
second.
but it's not a sex thing.
backpack thing.
It's just a saddle that you strap onto your parental figure.
I'm hoping.
you
I'm
ride
hoping.
them.
you-
Oh,
So
like
you
they
can
go on
sell
all
them.
fours during
Yeah.
playtime,
Huh.
and the kid sits on your back with a saddle like a
yes,
horse.
indeed.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
But if you buy that, then you have to go on all fours every
I would
single
never.
time.
That's a
You're
that's
like
a gag.
volunteering yourself to entertain your kid doing something that you don't want to do. So why would you ever buy that?
I
No,
feel
that's
like
a
that's-
gag gift that you get for someone else.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of like your wife or like your significant other brings that home to give to you in front of the kids and goes, "Does everybody want to see Dad do this?" And all the kids like, "Yeah." Now Dad's a horse.
If
Congratulations.
my wife did that, we'd have to get a divorce.
It'd be all over.
It'd be fun.
It's
It'd be all
terrible.
over for you.
It's so much just.
And also,
effort.
you ever play with kids for long enough time, man? They could play for years. And like the amount of energy to play with a kid you need, no one has. You're tired in 20 minutes. It's like I'm done with this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to roll the same ball in a straight line for the 8th time. I'm done with this. You know.
It's like playing fetch, though. There's some dogs that play fetch forever.
That's why a
Nobody's
dog
got
is the
energy to
perfect,
throw it that many
is
times.
the perfect counterpart for a kid because they'll just tire each other out.
Exactly.
What's the perfect counterpart? I missed that.
A dog. But then you have to clean up after the dog because the kid won't do it.
and you also have to clean up after the kid.
Because the dog won't do it.
That's true. Do you guys have any weird like Thanksgiving traditions? Like something like that. I don't know where I'm going with this because I don't really have one. I feel like it's completely normal. Like it's just we eat a turkey, we all get upset, and we go to bed after.
Couldn't be more stereotypical
Yeah.
what I do, honestly.
Yeah, no.
No, like
What time does your guys' Thanksgiving start?
Ooh.
I know where this is going.
Usually,
what?
usually
I know where this is going.
I would say like halftime of the 4 o'clock game, whenever that is.
Oh no, the game's on the whole time. Always. When is your
mine's-
Too
Thanksgiving?
early. White people have Thanksgiving inappropriately early.
Wait,
What?
when's your Thanksgiving?
Because my
Halftime
mom
of the
is
4
cooking.
o'clock game is like 5:30.
That's,
How much?
that's still
that's
too
still
early.
Too
That's-
early.
That is
that's-
still
that's
too early.
dinner time.
That's too
No.
late for me. We start at like 2 probably.
White people start
That is pretty
Thanksgiving
early.
so early.
We started. I think we started like 4.
When do you start Thanksgiving?
We started at around 7. We start eating, and then into 7:30 we start making plates to hide so we can take them home
Why do you have to?
Why do you have
why
to
do you have to
hide
hide them?
because they'll be gone. All the food will be gone by 8.
Isn't that the point of Thanksgiving to have leftovers that everyone has?
Yeah, leftover sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
baby.
Thanksgiving.
If you think
What?
my family isn't
I said
flying in
thanks
from
over.
4 corners of the earth to come to this Thanksgiving, you're dead wrong. So you have to hide your plate and then you take it home.
yeah.
Well, it depends. Where is it? Like, do you guys host Thanksgiving at your homes, or do you have to
Yeah.
go somewhere?
I host every year, no matter what.
I host.
have to go
My family
somewhere.
hosted one year. I think we kind of alternate.
Yeah.
You host?
Wait,
I've never
you
hosted.
alternate, but you've only done it once?
Yeah, we're not very good at the alternation.
Oh my god.
My family also alternates.
We alternate, but we've never taken the responsibility just because we live in the city and it's just harder for everybody to get here. I go to
Good.
New Jersey, so
Yeah, it's a good way out. You know?
and it's also where we wouldn't do it as well. Sorry,
yeah.
Mom.
We're the only house that has
We
like
wouldn't.
no steps coming into the front and a bathroom on the main floor, so there's no going up and down stairs for anyone involved, which is very good for the grandparents.
We actually start a little bit earlier now that there's little children involved because you just want to get those fucking just get out of here.
But I understand starting late because, dude, you get so upsettingly tired after Thanksgiving, and it's so much easier just to already be like 9 when you're done and just go right to bed. Because I'm tired at like 4. I'm like slumped over and stuffed at like 4
Because
o'clock.
you're eating too early.
Yeah.
Do you
that's what I'm
stay
saying.
at where you're? That,
Yeah, probably till late. Then you drink. You know, it's like a party.
no,
After.
but do you like stay there? Like, how do you go to bed?
Sleep there? No, I make it home.
No, so you can't just go to bed. You're just lying.
No, you can lay down. You can take a little nap.
Oh,
What are you talking
yeah.
about?
Food-
Absolutely.
food
You can
coma
nap. You can nap anywhere.
Food coma nap every single time.
Every time. You have one uncle, always nap.
That's what the
somewhere.
first half of the 8
One
o'clock
uncle
game is
finds
for.
somewhere to nap.
True.
The toilet, a couch, the floor, somewhere.
Not a napper.
Who?
I like long sleeps.
Yeah, but this is a food coma nap. It's not like you nap every day. It's like once a year you got a food coma
I don't
nap,
know.
and it's the
I
best
don't-
nap ever.
I don't know.
I haven't seen
I'm
the
a
first
napper.
quarter of the 8 o'clock game in a few years. That is strictly for napping every single time after dinner.
You know, they didn't even eat turkeys. The first Thanksgiving at Plymouth Rock. They didn't even eat them.
Isn't the first Thanksgiving not at Plymouth Rock? Isn't that a whole sham?
No, it was like 1961 Plymouth Rock. That's pretty sure.
Wait, hold on.
61.
No, 1661 or 1699.
I'm pretty sure the whole entire thing is just a big lie.
Really, I just read it up today. I feel like
Well,
it was
isn't that,
very updated.
isn't that the same
document.
as how like people are getting on Columbus's case for actually being like a real a-hole and not?
Oh no,
that's
but
why they changed the name. of
That's
Columbus Day.
absolutely.
I think
proven.
that one-
That's been
Well,
proven
yeah,
for years. We
well,
just
but-
went along with
No,
it.
but I'm
That's a
saying
fact.
that like Thanksgiving, what he's saying is like going down that path of the whole thing is actually just a myth as well.
Well, no, because it depends like
Well-
what you consider when they called it Thanksgiving. Like Lincoln was the one that officially made this day Thanksgiving. So that's some people consider that, but like the first like what they predict was the first one was like in the 1600s at Plymouth Rock. But Lincoln made Thanksgiving Thanksgiving. He said this is Thanksgiving. Boom.
That's
I'll
a pro
believe it.
move.
I'll believe it.
Squanto was an OG though.
I'm inclined to believe you, but I don't think Plymouth Rock was a real thing. I mean,
It was
Plymouth
a-
Rock
what-
is a real thing, but like I don't think
But like
I don't think
not,
the first
not
Thanksgiving
on,
existed.
not at like, but in like that community. I'm pretty sure like that first community. They broke bread with
That definitely didn't happen.
You're right. They probably shooed them away.
Yeah.
They didn't want them anywhere near them. But
They definitely
Plymouth Rock,
had
I
them
think I have
show
it
them
Plymouth
how to harvest the land and then went, see ya.
Why do you think a Thursday?
So then you have a nice little 4-day weekend. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
That
brother.
was their plan.
Hell yeah, brother.
I think
I
so.
hope so.
I don't
don't
see what
know.
other reason.
I don't know.
It's weird because like Christmas and shit is like a set day that they picked, and
Yeah.
Easter and Thanksgiving are the same day, just different.
Well,
weeks,
Easter,
depending on the
Easter's
calendar.
like Easter's like had the sun. You have to read the moon and the sun.
It's
and
always
shit.
the same day of the week, though.
What do you
Yeah,
say?
you have to. Easter's like
Was
it's
it on the solstice?
it's like 40 days after a certain day, and then that day is determined by the sun.
And then
it's
the-
fucking
and
weird.
then if the groundhog sees his shadow, we can't have
That's why
Easter.
sometimes it's in April, sometimes it's in May. It like fucking flies all over.
It's been
the
in
place.
March. It's been
I mean,
on Kirsten's birthday.
Thanksgiving's always third weekend. Third Thursday in November.
Easter's after Lent, right?
Lent is the culmination. Easter is the culmination of Lent.
Of Lent,
So it's
okay.
You do
after-
40 days of
so 40 days
sacrificing
of-
something, and then Easter, you're like, hell yeah, bro.
I have never achieved that 40 days.
Oh.
I've never been able to
I did
sacrifice a
once.
goddamn thing.
I did once.
I did
gave
once.
chocolate 1 year.
For 40 days?
You didn't give it at
Yeah.
all?
And then that's it.
What'd you give up?
And
I gave up milk in high school
Wow, and you
for 40 days, which was almost impossible because I'm severely addicted to it.
and
But-
then I realized what the fuck am I giving things up?
I want
don't give
a
shit about
fucking
it.
Hershey Kiss. What the fuck? What's holding that
It was
back
so
from me?
hard. But then after I finished, I was like, you know what? Now I don't have to do Lent ever again.
I
Is
don't.
that how that works?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how.
I think
works.
that's how that works.
You could get a. It's just a
I
free.
think if you do it once, you can kind of just chuck it off and be like, okay.
It's off the box.
Well,
of
because
the
I
stuff you
took-
got.
Maybe like
I
once every
took-
20 years.
I didn't go like, oh, I'm gonna give up like Facebook in high school
I'm
or
not-
whatever.
I'm not gonna give up
like, you know,
using
like,
my wings.
like a little thing. I'm just like, I'm gonna chop the head off this and just suffer to something I'm very addicted to for 40 days, and then chilling.
There's always that one kid. There's one kid who's like, I'm gonna give up homework.
Wait.
which they've probably been giving up the whole year anyway.
So Ash Wednesday and Palm Sunday are also in the same time span, right?
Yeah.
I-
So Ash Wednesday is the start of Lent. Before Ash Wednesday is Fat Tuesday, otherwise known as Mardi Gras.
It's very informative.
When is Palm Sunday?
How is this? What's
Why do you care about
happening?
these
Because-
dates? Why do you care about these
okay,
dates?
all
I'll
right.
get to the point.
Because all right, so when I was through elementary to junior high school, I was in a Greek Orthodox school, right?
Okay.
And they also have Palm Sunday. And so during Greek class, because we learned the language, which I didn't try to learn it at all, but they made us into little workers and they'd have us making the little palm crosses.
Oh Jesus.
And so I spent hours upon hours learning how to make them to the point where if you brought me a palm right now, I could make them.
You mean you just tie them together like that?
No, you don't just tie them together. It's 3 loops, boom, boom. You make the thing. Now you have an L. You take that L, come across. Then you put this up to a thing, and you have a cross.
Well, now
You're
I know
used
how
to
to do
taking
it. I don't
Ls,
know why
right?
it took you
Oof.
hours to do it.
Stay away from my face. it took us hours because I would make 100 a class in a 40-minute period. They'd have me making 100 palms.
All of you?
Well, Palm Sunday.
It sounds like free,
it's-
like child labor
It
for the
is child
church.
labor.
Pay them to attend that school to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's the point. Is that
jeez.
I paid to be a child slave during Easter.
okay.
Oh, Easter we're talking about.
Palm Sunday is
Yeah, Palm
is
Sunday.
the Sunday after, or is it Sunday before Easter? I don't know. What's one of those Sundays? But then all the palms get burned, and that's Ash Wednesday.
Well, I didn't know that.
They all
I
get-
made a bunch of palms so they could get burned.
They all get
Yeah,
set
yeah,
ablaze.
pretty
and
For the Greeks. That's
And
not
then-
even my religion.
Anyone that's Greek, Chad's is coming after you.
Those Greek Orthodox bastards. Their palms.
His face when you said that.
Also, this fucking the Ash Wednesday is a whole other issue too, because they don't do what they're supposed to do and put a cross. They just fucking
that's
Simba
true.
you and
That's
put like
true.
a fucking like big black dot on your head.
That's true.
And it's like, can
Just
you
a
just please
stamp.
just take 1 second? To go, that's all you need to do.
Where's like the holy paintbrush or something? Please make this a cross.
It's literally like you could see like the seams of their fingerprint because they just stamp it
It's
on your
always,
head.
it's always some guy that's like, bah.
Imagine you need like the priest doing something shady. You need his fingerprints. Like, all right, don't worry, I got it. You go to the FBI.
go
It's
to
like,
the
I got
mass?
it right here. Go. Here's his print.
Dude, that could work, bro. Because sometimes they'd be like stabbing you straight in the forehead, bro. It's not enjoyable.
How easy do you think it is to lift a fingerprint like off like a doorknob to get somebody?
Just
You know, like how they do
kind
it,
of tape,
like how they do it in freaking the spy movies.
any kind of
I
tape.
took a criminal. I took a criminal justice class in high school, and
Criminal
it was pretty easy.
To lift a fingerprint?
Yeah,
What'd you lift it off of?
tape.
doorknob
That's what'd you use? How'd you do it?
tape.
That's it.
You just put tape on it and then boom, and then you look in the light.
You dust it with this dust, fingerprint dust. And then
Is that how I buy it on Amazon?
if you typed it in, it
Yes.
certainly
I
come
mean,
up.
but to be
Agreed.
fair, like the science for doing that, it's not science. It's because I watched a video about it, and pretty much they have an old lady checking the fingerprint database, and she goes,
No,
looks
it's a
about
it's a computer now.
It's not.
Well,
it's
there's
not.
different. There's different
Variations.
points in your fingerprint where like like things will like come to an end. Like and those are identifiers, and so that's how they do it. It's still a science.
all
It's still
the-
like if you can. It's not like it's some old lady like looks pretty similar. It's it's
it's like-
it's
it's
still
like
like
forensics.
You
It's like
can
forensics.
match them up. I mean, there
What I mean,
are people's
what I mean by
fingerprints who are the
science
same.
is that it's not like they put it in a machine and
That's
do
a-
it. It's that they
that's
have
a
people.
that's a
do it.
misnomer.
Identical twins.
There are just people's fingerprints who are the same.
I don't know about all this.
It's just not every one, There's not all 10,
Oh, not all.
But like
technically
there have been people who have like left fingerprints at the crime, and then that guy matches the fingerprint, and he's like, wait, what the fuck?
It's like I
Or
was.
like 20 of the 21 ridges match two people,
Yeah, yeah.
and like they got a faint one on the 21st one, so the
that
20
makes
they
that
got
makes
looks
more
the same.
sense. Like an inconclusive like collection.
Yeah,
of
because
the
you're never gonna get every ridge point on your finger just
Yeah.
from one piece of tape.
But it's definitely you are right where it's definitely not like they put it into a database and then like 100 fingerprints roll through and
It's
it's
like-
like match, boom,
Yeah.
Like
and
every
we caught
movie.
him.
That's
But
how
it's
it works
also
in
it's also
movies.
not just an old lady with
Yeah.
with
I was thinking
8-inch
that.
glasses
That's
going
true.
maybe.
I talked about how I got duped at Fridays.
Excuse me.
Oh,
CGI.
dude, I've never seen this
Antonio,
before. I've never seen
Antonio
this
and
before.
I were at Fridays,
TGI Fridays.
and yeah, Fridays. Anyway, yeah,
He
Friday.
looked confused for a second.
Oh,
I said TGI Fridays.
Oh.
We were at Fridays, and we fucking. We were just we
were on a little
we
date.
had the meal. We did the blah blah blah. We're getting our checks, and the guy so now they have this like card reader that comes to the table, and you just put in how much tip you want to leave in front of the person,
he
which
came-
is also awkward.
He came up and he essentially held us hostage for this tip. He came up and he put this machine in front of us, reading our card, and he went, "Just please input how much tip you want to give me."
Yeah, he's like, you
and
can put
just
15,
stared at me.
20, 15, whatever, or 20%.
15,
And then-
18, or 20.
And then so
Or other. Isn't there
when-
always an other
Yeah,
button?
well,
yeah, or
just too complicated.
but so Antonio puts in a number, and then the guy gives it to me and goes, "You want to do 20% like your friend did?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, 20%.
Yeah.
And then, much to my surprise, Antonio, after when we got out of the thing, went, "I gave 18%." That guy just lied to me and swindled me for 2%.
It worked.
He took my 2%.
That 2% can't be the difference of like 70 cents, maybe.
People.
It doesn't matter. It's principle.
It was like 70
He,
Yeah, it
he
was like
fucking
50
he
cents. That's not the
fucking
point.
lied to me
'Cause-
just to get more
So,
tips.
so I'm sitting there, and this guy saw me type in 18%. So I'm sitting there, and I had two options in my head. I was like, do I tell him now and see that reaction, or is it funnier to see his reaction after it already happened? And I chose the latter.
Yeah, it would have been very awkward if you were like,
Yeah, because
actually, I did 18%.
Danny can't handle a awkward situation, so he would have just been more angry at me than letting him pay the 50 cents.
I've gotten better handling awkward situations though. Now I kind of just revel in it. I'm like, this is great.
Because then we talk about it like this.
Yeah, because now I just look at it as fodder for the podcast.
But the guy did do. He got an extra 50 cents.
He duped me.
What does TGI stand for?
Thank God it's Friday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good name for a restaurant.
I do like
I'm a
TGIF.
fan of that.
Fuck Apple.
Dude,
It's definitely
Danny was
better.
sitting on a couch like this. It's just like this modern but yet retro. It was so
Like
weird.
Booth?
No.
Like a legitimate
like a
couch.
couch. Like he was sitting on like a 2-person couch in the most oval of oval tables.
They change their menu and their decor like every quarter.
They still got
That's insane.
They still got endless apps, or did they increase the
Nah.
price
Yeah,
again?
they do.
What's going on?
I thought it's 2 for 1. Pick
no,
two.
no. I mean, they have those too, but
Oh,
But
Chicken Fridays is good.
it'll never be back in the high day. Back in
Because
the
now,
heyday.
now I feel like is it
They
at
used to-
14 now?
They used to have 3 for $16. Appetizer, entree, and dessert for $16. And we used to go there when we were in like 7th grade and ball out. And be like, yo, we are getting a 3-course meal, motherfucker.
I don't know how they were making money.
Dude,
That's why they got rid of it.
the
Yeah,
endless
probably.
the endless apps is terrible because like you come out with your friends and you're like, we're gonna get endless apps. We're each gonna get one app, split it. Genius, right? You get the first portion. You're like, this is great. Round
You
2.
just keep high rolling.
Would they make you wait long, like twice as long for the second serving than the first, and they give you half the
It's a
amount?
total
If you're in a
mind-
third
it's a
round, they
to-
may as well just give you 2 pieces.
It's a total mind game and it's diminishing returns. It is not it's endless apps doesn't exist.
But if you go
if
there,
you get to the third round, they give
No.
you literally
If-
like
if
2
you go there with a-
calamari,
if you
just
go-
like 2.
if you go there with a
That's
bunch
it.
of friends and you're looking to buy one app and get endless apps with that, they know what you're doing.
Either way,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's true. But
That's false
even
advertising.
even if you just give endless apps for yourself, not the same.
What's the worst?
I need to put in like 3 orders. I'm like, it's like that Matthew McConaughey scene in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, bring in one app and then 5 minutes later until I pass out.
I want you to bring me the boneless chicken right now, and then the quesadilla is 2 minutes after that, and then the mozzarella sticks in 5-minute intervals after that until I am stuffed.
But
And
then
then you earn Denny's 20%.
yeah, and then you.
But then what they
earn
do,
it.
what they do after that when they bring you the bill is that they show you how much you saved. So it sounds like, oh my god, what a great deal!
Well, you
know
still
what I'm
do save.
Like
Yeah,
you do,
no, you
sa-
save
you
a
do
lot.
save,
It's only 10 beans.
but they try to make it sound like you've saved more than you did.
Even if you save $1, technically,
It's true. You did say.
But then after you're all done, you realize that you've been there for like 3 hours to get 2 rounds.
Oh, no, if you're trying to get
because
empty-
they make you wait
No,
forever.
if you're trying to get endless apps somewhere, that's your day. That's your day.
Yeah,
I'm
oh
eating
no,
for
man.
$10 as much as I want.
all of a sudden till
but for
11
the day.
p.m. and I'm like, where did
Where did the time go?
yeah, where did the time go?
That's why Thanksgiving's coming up, and even though Chazz has to hide his food, we'll all have good food for a while.
You do.
Instead
Top
of 2.
3 things you're going for on this Thanksgiving, upcoming Thanksgiving. Top 3
Like
dishes
foods?
you're going for.
Okay, that's what I do. All right. I don't. Well, this is my problem. I don't like stuffing. I don't like the cranberry sauce. Don't even like the gravy.
Just tell me the top 3. I don't want to know.
You know what- you know what- you know my list of no's?
So no, he's saying that he only likes 3 things, and he's telling you everything he doesn't like.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
do
he's-
this the hard way.
Yes.
Probably turkey. We're gonna do turkey meat, dark meat. I like dark meat. What is it called? Potato croquette, and some side that's there. Maybe like some extra side. I don't know. I don't know. I just need those 2.
You need
I just need those 2.
mac and cheese.
I don't. Mac and cheese does not happen at my house.
No, me neither.
I don't know what's going on with
Ow.
you
I
guys.
don't understand what you two and
That
mac
is
and
Yeah,
cheese.
mac and
a
cheese
staple
too.
Yeah.
of Thanksgiving.
It's
I got
definitely
mac
not
and
a
cheese.
staple.
It
No.
absolutely
Yes,
is.
it is.
If you type in the quintessential Thanksgiving dinner, mac and cheese is on that table.
I think it's a prominent feature, but definitely not a staple. Staple's a pretty big word.
Staple is
Staple
the
means
turkey.
staple means like pretty much everybody.
Stuffing, cranberry
staple
sauce,
means
turkey.
like staple means like 9 out
That's
of 10.
like the staples.
Staple means like 9 out
That'll
of 10
hold your paper
families.
together.
I think mac and cheese is on 9.
Mac and cheese is not.
It's clearly not. It's not even 2 out of 4.
We finally have a poll.
That's the-
we,
that's
we,
different.
we have our first poll in a while. Is mac and cheese a staple part of?
No, just say.
No, just say,
does
do
mac
you
and
have
cheese
mac and cheese at your
happen
Thanksgiving?
your family
Okay,
Thanksgiving?
that's even that.
And if
boom.
it's 90 to 10, then
It's a staple.
It's a staple.
staple. I
Absolutely,
agree.
that's the reason for a poll. But what's your dish?
Let me go last. I have to think about it.
turkey, stuffing, maybe mac and cheese.
He's just a dick.
No, probably cranberries. Just because those are 3 things that I never eat any time of the year, and so I'm glad to have them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mashed. Also, bonus mashed potatoes.
I was gonna say
You gotta
mashed.
do mashed
I was gonna say mashed
potatoes.
potatoes the third, but I already have the potato croquettes, so that's a lot of potato now. So
Ooh, I absolutely think that mashed potatoes is my top 3, no matter what.
You're taking potato croquettes for mashed potatoes?
my
Mashed
grandma, my grandma makes some fire potato croquettes. That's why.
I can't disagree with that because I haven't tried it,
Yeah.
and also they have really good potential. Like they have a way higher floor.
like like the crunch, like the kind of like the crunch on the top
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Ooh,
Mashed potatoes good though.
sounds
I love
good.
mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes.
but I don't
I'm
have
not-
I don't have your fancy grandma's potatoes. So
Yeah, but like
mashed potatoes is good for me, and white meat. I'm a white meat guy with gravy,
Mm-hmm.
and I am looking forward to apple pie. for dessert?
Dude, apple pie is
I'm
bomb. That's
looking forward
dessert.
to
I
some
didn't know that.
apple
That's
pie.
not. That's not. Like,
You
your
said, what are
plate.
we looking for
What are
this
we looking for
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Yeah.
you
What
said,
are we
you
looking
said,
for?
Well, he asked me what my plate is.
Thanksgiving, I'm
I said,
looking
what are we
for the
looking for?
pie.
That's exactly what I said.
I'm looking for the pie.
Check the tape.
I'll play him saying, "What's your plate for Thanksgiving?"
Well, instead, play
Chazz
me
is
saying,
sweating over there.
What are you looking for this
Chazz is-
Thanksgiving?
Chazz is sweating over there thinking.
I really am.
Sweating. I
He
can
doesn't
see it in
because
your
it's
face.
because he doesn't like turkey, so he has to fill this slot
No,
player.
because no.
Are you a ham guy?
I mean, that's-
You're like,
it's
oh,
really
we should have
easy.
ham
It's
on
three
Holy
Thanksgiving.
shit, ham will be my third
Is
one.
ham is
What?
Is,
Ham?
is your third?
Yeah, ham's my third.
See, because I was thinking of
Who puts ham on their Thanksgiving table?
you don't put ham.
No.
It's more,
Why?
it's
I
more of
put
a
ham on my
staple than mac and cheese.
Why?
It's definitely
But
more of a staple.
I
than
wouldn't
mac
put
and
Oh,
cheese.
that is incredibly
No,
inappropriate.
staple than mac and
no,
It is
no.
absolutely not.
No.
Ham?
I'm saying ham is my third. It's the bronze. So calm.
Yeah,
down.
but
That's still too high.
That's still way higher than like
That's
7
too
other
high.
things.
The only meat that should be on that list is turkey. That's it.
No,
It's
Well, I don't know about
Thanksgiving.
all
It's
that.
that's
Thanksgiving.
not true. All right, let's get out of here. We're devolving even further, and we're already all right. We have the time. We're good. So what do you want to do? Danny, you want to get out of here? You ready?
Sure.
All right.
You can find me on YouTube at Danny Moriarty. Fucking go watch it.
I don't know what kind of threat that poses, but I'm going to subscribe later. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Ray Moore 2Rs 15.
Oh, that was
You can
much
fi-
better than we do.
You can find me on the gram at Chazz Wins, and you can see me on the streets.
Perfect. You can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow Pick Your Boys Podcast also on Instagram.
All those links are in the description below. I also want to say because they're really far down there. All the links are in the description.
So why not just put them at close to the
Whatever.
top?
because I don't know.
Whoever
Either
posts
way,
it, big loser.
thank you. Thank you. No, fucking.
Thank you for 500.
Thanks, sir, aunts,
All
or
right.
uncles.
What about 500?
Oh yeah, 500.
Thanks for 500.
Thanks for 500.
Ring that bell.
See you guys at 1,000.
See you guys
Keep
at
it up.
1,000.
We're doing really good.
backwards.
It's awesome.
Boom, boom, gobble, gobble.
Thanks, guys.